Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from Ancient Olympia. We are here to broadcast live to you the finals of the International Wrestling Tournament. And here's the first match. We're going to have 16 matches altogether tonight. And this is the final in the category of 96 kilos between two Greek athletes, Spiros Koudouratzis with the red trunks and Dimitrios Tsakeridis with the bluish trunks. Now, together with me is George Angelidis. George, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, we saw quite some nice matches last night here in Ancient Olympia, and hopefully we'll see some nice games today with athletes that have come here from all over the world. Now, this is the first period. Just 45 seconds into the game. There's no score between the two Greeks, Koudouratzis against Tsakeridis.
Just about 55 seconds gone now in the first round. Still scoreless. Again between the two Greek athletes. A very slow early tempo to this matchup. Both athletes still trying to figure one another out and see how they could gain some early points. As usual, we will have 2 3-minute periods, and that is for all 16 matchups.
Now Koudouratzis is in downwards position, and Tsakeridis, the athlete with the bluish trunks, would have a chance to gain some points here. A rough attack, but couldn't twist his opponent around. And the referee says for both athletes to continue their fight. Let's see here now if he can turn him around. Koudouratzis is holding nicely down. He's grabbed. He's stuck at the floor. And the referee says for both athletes to just get up and continue. There was no point scored here. George.
Just about a minute and some change left in this first round. As you said, still scoreless, and play continues here.
Let's say that the games that you're watching now are being held in Ancient Olympia, the birthplace of the Olympic Games. Just the Ancient Stadium is very close by here. It's just about 150 meters from here. Of course, the games could not be held there. It's not allowed. Now we have the first 3 points for Dimitrios Tsakeridis with the movements we just saw just a while ago. So that gives a nice head start to the athlete in the bluish trunks.
Just about 30 seconds left here. As you said, Tsakeridis with the early 3-0 lead. As usual, if an athlete gains a 7-point lead, no matter how much time is left in the matchup, that would automatically lead to the athlete who gained the 7-point lead the victory. About 15 seconds left now in this first round. Score still remains at 3-0 in favor of Tsakeridis. Just about 5 seconds left.
And this is the whistle. Of course, you're watching the games that are being held outdoors, like good old times. And this is the shot. And here's the replay of the 3 points grabbed by Tsakeridis. That's how Tsakeridis got his 3 points that put him into the lead of this first round. And still, let's remind you that you're watching the final of the 96 category in Greco-Roman wrestling. And the whistle for the beginning of the second period was just heard, so we're going to be continuing momentarily. The two athletes are going inside the grid, getting ready. And here we go, this is the second period. Koudouratzis with the red, Tsakeridis with the blue. This is the final of the 96 kilos, Greco-Roman. And you're watching the International Wrestling Tournament, brought to you by Sportweb TV, and of course organized by the Hellenic Federation of Wrestling. And George, there's a very important message that the organizers want to put and bring out to the whole world, that the wrestling games should be, of course, a part of the Olympic Games, since first of all, wrestling was one of the 10 first games in the first Olympics. So this is the message that everyone wants to put through here. They made some nice shirts saying SOS, Save Wrestling, and this picture would go all over the world and maybe persuade the organizers, the Olympic Committee organizers, that wrestling should be a part of the Olympic Games.
Just about a minute gone here in the second round. The score still remains 3-0 in favor of Tsekeridis, as the referee here told both athletes to resume. Let's see here if Tsekeridis could grab a couple more points.
Well, he raised the athlete up in the air. You can see him breathing heavily. He got tired in this play. Let's see what...
2 more points if I see correctly. Yes, 2 more points were added to Tsekeridis' total. Now he leads 5-0 over his fellow Greek athlete Koudouratzidis.
And that was the end of the game, since there's a difference of 7 points. He grabbed, except the 2 points that you said in the beginning, the referees and the committee said that he grabbed another 2 points, so that made it 7-0 for Tsekeridis. He finished the game before the end of the third minute period, so we do have a winner in the category of 96 kilos in Greco-Roman, and his name is Dimitrios Tsekeridis. You just watch him now bring down Spiros Koudouratzidis. Now, George, the next thing it's for freestyle, and of course we're doing a little bit lighter weight now.
Yes. Now this next matchup is a 60 kilogram weight class, featuring the Bulgarian Ivailo Dimov against the German David Waldy.
We saw both athletes yesterday. They do have nice technique, and I think it's going to be a nice match. As far as I remember seeing David Waldy, the German one, he's very quick in his moves, and Dimov, on the other hand, the Bulgarian, is very strong. So let's see. It seems we're going to have a nice match here.
As play begins here between the Bulgarian and the German. We saw a couple moves there from Waldy and Dimov. However, both were countered, and there were no points awarded. 30 seconds gone, still no score.
Of course, this is freestyle, so there's a chance on the two opponents to grab each other from the legs, from the waist down, as you see here. Now, the German was trying to twist around his opponent, but he grabbed 2 points in this play. So he's leading now 2-0 over Ivailo Dimov. Both athletes are very quick, as you see. Dimov is trying to get back to Waldy. He's got him down. He's looking for his neck. Let's see now. I think he grabbed some points here. He's trying to bring him down for a knockout. Let's see now if he can do it. But Waldy is very quick and turns around. He saved himself here, but 3 points were given to the Bulgarian. Now he's leading 3-2, right? Oh, he's trying to get a knockout here. He grabbed some more points.
Now the score is 5-2 with a minute 30 seconds gone. Dimov trying to twist his opponent around.
Look at the leg work in this play. Amazing. Look at this. Tangled around.
Dimov gained another point there, now leads 6-2 with 1 minute and 45 seconds gone.
See what happened here, George? It started out, it looked like Woldy would be the one taking care of this match, but it twisted around so quickly, and now Dimov, the Bulgarian, oh, he fell down now. Here, there's a chance for Woldy to get back on his opponent. He's got him by the neck. He's looking for his legs.
Dimov was also awarded 2 more points for that maneuver. Now leads 8-2 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds gone by.
And the point was awarded to the German, so it's 8-3. That was a nice play.
There's a quick stoppage in the play now while the referee heads over to the scores table just to make sure that the previous decision was a correct one.
Oh yes, we're talking about a decision that gave 2 points to Dimov and 1 point to the German opponent, David Woldy. And what the referees are doing now in the committee is checking out the video to see exactly what happened in the play and make sure that the points they gave were correct.
As we wait for the referee's decision, let's remind the audience this is a freestyle matchup with featuring the Bulgarian Dimov and the German Woldy. This is also a 60 kilogram weight class as we are watching the replay of what just occurred.
I think that nothing changed. No, exactly. They gave 2 more points to the Germans, so it's 8-5 now. And the game will continue. We're still in round 1 and we have another 52 seconds to go. Very quick match, and you can see the difference between the freestyle and the Greco-Roman. Let's see how this
Dimov was just awarded 2 more points and now leads 10-5 over his German opponent with 30 seconds still left in the first round as the referee tells both athletes to return to the center of the ring as play continues here.
It's a game with many points scored yet, so we're watching a very nice game between 2 opponents that do not give up. You see how they're trying to grab each other by the legs, by the neck, by the waist. Now the referee says for them to get up. They have 9 more seconds in this first round. Dimov is trying to grab his opponent by the legs. He got twisted now. Let's see now if he can. There's no more time. I think this is going to be the end. You can hear the horn. So this is the end of the first period that has the Bulgarian Ivailo Dimov being on top over David Woldy. 10-5 is the score, George.
10-7 if I saw correctly. He got 2 points for that last maneuver.
Very interesting game indeed.
Both athletes now are going to their corners where they are getting toweled off, maybe a massage to loosen up the body. And we should return in a matter of seconds. We see here Woldy getting some words of advice from his coach and getting quickly toweled down. The referee calls both athletes over, has a quick check for any sweat or anything on the shoulders, and play should continue. We also see here now that Dimov was awarded 1 more point and now leads David Woldy with a score of 11-7. 10 seconds gone by in the second round now in this 60 kilogram freestyle final.
The referee once again brings up the 2 fighters, the 2 wrestlers. Dimov has his opponent by the back. He's trying to grab him by the leg. Let's see if he can twist him around. He's leading the match. He's trying to get some more points.
Now Dimov leads 13-7.
He got 2 more points here. But now let's see if Woldy can. Let's see. Oh my God! Check this out. Amazing. 2 more points awarded to Dimov, so that makes it 15-5 to 7. I'm sorry. And this is it. It's 8 points difference. Dimov, the Bulgarian, Ivailo Dimov, is the winner in the class of 60 kilograms in freestyle.
Νικητής στην κατηγορία των 60 κιλών Ελευθέρας.
So George, let's wrap up the two games that we watched up to now. We had the first game in 96 kilos.
Winner for the freestyle
With Dimitrios Tsekeridis defeating Spiros Introuvadzidis.
Yes.
And in the 60 kilograms final in freestyle, we just had, as you guys saw, Imailov Dimov defeating the German David Walters.
And now we have a USA against Russia game.
This is the first female matchup of the evening, and this is a 55 kilogram category matchup featuring Maria Gurova and the Greek-American Helen Maroulis.
To be honest with you, George, I did not notice how Maria Gurova did yesterday. Of course, she's a very good wrestler in order to be in the final. But we watched closely, and we saw that Helen Maroulis is a very big talent. She's very talented. Even though now she's in Dawood's position, I mean, the Russian opponent has her down and is trying to twist it around, and she already has 2 points, so she's leading 2-0.
Just about 35 seconds gone now. As you said, the Russian has jumped out to an early lead and leads the Greek-American Helen Maroulis with a score of 2-0 as the referee calls for a stoppage in the play.
Of course, when we're talking about a women's category, we're talking about freestyle wrestling. There's no Greco-Roman in women wrestling. Let's not just add this for the viewers that do not follow the sport and do not know any details. You see two girls really fighting for the best. Now Maria Gurova seems to be in charge of the game up to now. She has 4 points against no points for the Greek-American Helen Maroulis. And this is just a minute on this game.
We see here both athletes centered in the middle of the ring, trying to pin one another down in order to gain some points. With just about a minute and a half left in the first round. This once again is a 55 kilogram matchup between the Russian Maria Gurova and the Greek-American Helen Maroulis.
Maroulis is representing the US, of course. See the way they're fighting with their heads. It reminds of a bullfight. Still 4-0 for the Russian Maria Gurova, who seems to be in charge of this game in these first 2 minutes of action. Let's see if Helen Maroulis can overcome this beginning. Gurova is trying to get her by the legs. Maroulis is trying to get away. The referee says up. Both athletes, and she's gonna hear some instruction from the referee.
Just about 30 seconds left here. The score still remains 4-0 in favor of the Russian. As we see here, Helen trying to get up some points, which she successfully has done, and now trails 4-1. Just about 15 seconds left. Maybe she could get one last round of points to trim the lead even more, as the referee calls for a quick stoppage in the play with about 10 seconds left in this first round. Play continues here.
There were some points scored here. I think 2 points for for Maroulis. Let's see. Yes. So that makes it 4-3. Just the last second of this first round. Maroulis scored 2 more points, so she's trailing 4-3 now. That gives her a chance to go on to the second round, hoping that she can twist the game around. Let's see if she can do that. But we have 2 very good wrestlers here fighting for the category of 55 kilos. It's the final of the women's category, and we're watching a very nice game. You see the coaches now, you see some replays, and you see the coaches of the US, and this is Helen Maroulis going inside the grid, waiting for her opponent, which is Maria Gurova from Russia, and this is the beginning of the second round.
As we see here, both athletes trying to pin one another. 15 seconds gone by now. Still the Russian leads 4-3. As the referee shouts some quick instructions to both athletes as play continues here in the second round of the 55 kilogram female freestyle matchup. 40 seconds gone by now, still no change in the score.
I think Maroulis was trying to push her opponent out of the grid, and I think, oh, let's see now. Oh, this is the end. It's a knockout by the Russian Maria Gurova. She pinned her opponent down in her back. In this play that you're watching now, let's see the replay. She was trying to push her outside of the grid, and then Helen Maroulis was trying to get back to her, but this is the grab that made the end of this game, and there she goes, she puts her down. The referee sees it and just hits the floor and says, game over for Maria Gurova, who's the third winner. Let's remind you once again, that was the final of the 55 kilos of women, and Maria Gurova of Russia was the winner. Now, George, the next game is... Oh, it has a very difficult name. We have the final of the 60 kilos of Greco-Roman, and we have the Greek Artur Katsaturov and the Greek of Apostolos Manoulidis. These are the two opponents fighting for the gold medal in this international wrestling tournament here in ancient Olympia, very close to where it all started. We're about 150 meters from the ancient stadium. And of course, once again, let me remind you that the measures that the organizers are trying to get out to the world is that wrestling should and would be a part of the Olympic Games. There was a ceremony that just took place almost the same time that the Games started, the ceremony with some young athletes carrying a torch in ancient Olympia and bringing out this message. The ceremony just ended just a while ago, and there were a lot of media from all over the world covering the ceremony, just as they are covering this event. And it's very important to say that they have there are many good athletes from many countries of the world competing into this game.
Mr. Adrianos Ioannis, come for the medal award ceremony.
And now you can see the medal awards. Which category is this, George?
This is the Greco-Roman 96 kilogram category, where Dimitrios Tsekeridis defeated Spiros Tsaridis.
Albino Davy, Brazilian.
And the third place is the Brazilian Albino Davy, who won yesterday's third place matchup. Now we see the silver medal awarded to the Greek.
For the second place,
this is it, yes,
for Greece.
Νικητής Τσεκερίδης Δημήτρης, Ελλάδα.
For the first place for Greece, Tsekeridis Dimitrios.
And this is the gold medal, as you see. And this is the winner, Dimitrios Tsekeridis. And this is the photo opportunity. So, this is the ceremony. I mean, this is the medals that are being given into the winners. And then we'll have the next game.
Greek-Roman style of wrestling, category of 60 kilos. For Greece, Arthur Katsaturov. For Greece also, Apostolos Manouilidis.
And these are the medals, gold, silver. And the bronze, of course. Now, we have the two opponents from Greece, Artur Hatsaturov and Apostolos Manouilidis, in the category of 60 kilos, Greco-Roman. The two athletes are inside the grid. And the game is about to start in 2 minutes, maybe even less, no, 2 seconds to be exact. Here we go.
Both athletes now in the middle of the ring, trying to grab one another and twist and turn and try and pin their opposition. 25 seconds gone now between the match between the two Greeks. Still no score. Once again, this is a 60 kilogram weight class final in the Greco-Roman category, featuring two fellow Greeks. 40 seconds gone now, still no change in the score, deadlocked at 0. 50 seconds gone by now, still no change in the score as both athletes remain in the center of the ring. As we see the referee here shouting out a couple instructions to the athletes as play resumes. A minute gone by now, still no change in the score.
Now we're going to have a small stoppage because one of the two athletes, Hatsaturov, was hurt in the head, in the chin to be exact. But the game continues. These athletes are playing a game that has just started to become rough. Since in the beginning they were just watching each other and trying to figure out what technique that would follow. Now Hatsaturov again seems to have a problem in his chin. The referee says something to Manouilidis now and tells the two players to be more precautious.
Minute and 35 seconds gone by now. Still no score between the two fellow Greeks. Still in the center of the ring are the two athletes. Not much movement in this matchup. As I see in this first couple of minutes gone by, we are now at the 2-minute mark. Still no change in the score, 0-0. As the referee signals for another stoppage in play.
One point awarded to Manouilidis, and you hear the coach of Artur Hatsaturov telling him Kiniga, Kiniga, which means go after him. And paleve, which means wrestle.
2 minutes and 15 seconds gone by now. With the Greek in the blue trunk, Apostolos Manourlidis, leading his fellow Greek 1-0 in this Greco-Roman 60 kilogram weight class final.
And now the coach of Khatsaturov is telling him to play offensively, to go on the offense.
Khatsaturov is now down 3-0 after 2 points were awarded after that nice takedown by Manourlidis. Just about 20 or so seconds left in this first round, with the Greek Apostolos Manourlidis leading his fellow Greek Khatsaturov with a score of 3-0. 10 seconds left here. Let's see if any athletes can muster out some quick points at the end of the first round. I don't think this is going to happen, and this is the end of the first round. Once again, the Greek Apostolos Manourlidis leading his fellow Greek Artur Khatsaturov with a score of 3-0.
It's something I would like to say is the difference between how the two coaches coach their wrestlers. One of them, we can hear him all the time, the coach of Artur Khatsaturov. He's trailing his opponent, Apostolos Manourlidis. Manourlidis' coach hasn't said a word. He's seeing his wrestler, he's playing the way he should, so there's nothing to say. On the other hand, we hear the coach of Artur Khatsaturov giving him instructions throughout the period on not to play defensively, on how to get back to his opponent and to fight. Now, there was another point awarded before the end of the first period to Apostolos Manourlidis, so now he's up by 4-0, George, right?
Correct. "15 seconds gone by now. Manourlidis only needs 3 more points in order to secure his victory. With 30 seconds gone now in the second round, we are seeing that Artur Khatsaturov is constantly kneeling down when the ref has blown the whistle.
George, I should translate what his coach is saying all the time, since he's the only one hurt in this match. Don't kneel down, he's telling him, just follow, go on the offensive. And paleve, you hear him say paleve, which means wrestle. Continue wrestling.
Another stoppage in play here. The referee now continues it. 1 minute and 10 seconds gone by now. As Manourlidis was also added 1 more point in those previous couple of plays. Now leads 5-0 over his fellow Greek. Only needs 2 more points in order to secure this victory and the championship. Once again, this is a 60 kilogram weight class final between two fellow Greeks. About 1 minute and 40 seconds gone now by in the second round, with both athletes in a stationary position trying to pin one another down. Minute and 55 seconds gone by now. Still no change in the score, 5-0.
Khatsaturov seems to be tired. He doesn't seem to have the strength to go into the game. He's down, he's trailing by 5 points. Now the referee is telling both players both fighters to get up, but they're sitting down a little bit more than they should, trying to catch some breath, catch their breaths. But now we have 45 more seconds. I think it's going to be a monologue on for Apostolos Manoulidis this final. Even though Khatsaturov just grabbed his first point after 5.5 minutes of play.
Just about 30 seconds left now as we see a nice takedown from Khatsaturov.
Never say never again, huh? Now the score is 5-4 with this amazing play by Khatsaturov, and he hears his coach telling him, can you get another point? Let's see now, he seems to be very, he gets back in the game. He's trying to overturn everything. He's getting 2 points. Yes, he's twisting the game around. Now he's winning 6-5. Amazing finale here. Oh! Amazing finale. Now there's only 6 seconds left into the game. The coach is asking, and he gets 1 point for his wrestler, for Arthur Khatsaturov, who seems to be in a very good. He was holding everything for the end, George. He was trailing 5-0, 30 seconds before the end of the game, and now he's up 7-5 in just 25 seconds.
It's a great late surge, as you see here, and Khatsaturov has secured his victory. Better late than never, as we say.
Amazing get back, amazing.
We see both athletes here shaking hands with the referee.
Manoulidis doesn't believe it. I mean, he got exhausted and he couldn't hold just for half a minute to win. He was up 5-0, and the clock was showing 5 minutes and 30 seconds of play. So actually, Artur Khatsaturov only had 30 seconds to overturn the game, and he did so, getting 7 points. He saw that his opponent was tired. He took him down, he twisted him around, he threw him off the grid, and he got those 7 points and secured the win. Amazing game. I mean, this is the best turnaround that I saw in the games from yesterday.
Freestyle of wrestling, category of 74 kilos. For Germany, Ergun Aydin. For Russia, Gadzi Gadziev.
Our next matchup now is of course another final. However, this time it is a 74 kilogram category featuring the German Ergun Aydin facing the Russian Gadzi Gaidzev.
A Russian against a German. The German, of course, seems to be of Turkish background, if I read his name correctly. Ergun Aydin. It's a Turkish name. And the game begins. This is the final of the 74 freestyle. It seems that both wrestlers are trying to get to each other very quickly. So I think we would have a nice match here.
30 seconds gone by now, still no score, as both athletes remain in the center of the ring. As we see here, an attempted takedown, which is resulted in 2 points in the favor of the German. Now Ergun Aydin leads his Russian opponent with a score of 2-0, as the referee quickly stops the matchup with 47 seconds gone by in this first round. As play continues here, the Russian trying to answer back and gain some points in order to cut the deficit that the German established about 20 seconds ago. A minute and 5 seconds gone by now. The score still remains 2-0 in the favor of the German. We see here the Russian has picked the ankle of the German and now tries to twist him around and pin him down to the mat, which he does here and gains 2 points for that. Now ties it up to 2-2 with a minute and 35 seconds gone by. The Russian also has gained one more point now, with 1 minute and 55 seconds gone, and now leads his German opponent Aydin with a score of 3-2. As we see here, maybe he has picked up an injury. Looks like he's grasping his left knee.
He seems to be there seems to be a problem. He says he can continue.
We heard the referee here ask the German athlete if he wants to stop. However, the German athlete waved him off. As play continues here. 2 minutes and 5 seconds gone by now in this first round.
And let's say, George, that there's very big pressure on the knees in this sport. The players are playing with their hands, of course, as you see, with their power, with their strength, but they give a lot of pressure into their knees and the legs in general. So if he was injured, it seems that he had a previous injury. Let's see if he can overcome this injury and continue the game with no problem for the rest, the 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. There's 7, 6, 5 seconds remaining in the first period, which will end about now. The Russian Gaziev is in has 3 points, while Ergun Aydin has 2. It's a very interesting match, and here are some of the best plays of the first period, where the Russian is trying to twist around his opponent. He's trying to grab him by the
midsection.
Back, the midsection, and twist him around. See the two players here tangled with each other, and this is a panoramic view of where we're at here in ancient Olympia, where the games of the International Wrestling Tournament are being held, with many players competing from all over the world. Some of the best countries of the world that have wrestlers are here competing in this tournament. Now the second period has just started, and it started very strong, as I can see.
The Russian was awarded 2 points for that last takedown, and now leads 5-2 over his German opponent Ergun Aydin. Now the Russian has gained 1 more point, now leads 6-2 with 30 seconds gone by in this second round. We see the Russian here in a good position. Maybe he could just gain the couple more points needed in order to close out this victory and also the championship before the 3 minutes in the second round have expired. Referee on top of the play as always. Signals for both athletes to get up. With 51 seconds gone by now in this second round. Play continues here. Once again, this is a freestyle matchup, the 74 kilogram category final, featuring the Russian in the blue trunks and the German in the red. Minute and 15 seconds gone by now, as the referee shouts a quick instruction to the Russian, and play continues now. As we see here, a nice takedown by the Russian, trying to adjust his body.
Oh, let's see now if we can have an end here. 1. There was a stoppage of play, and Aydin tried to take his opponent down.
The Russian also gained 2 points for the previous maneuver.
He almost had him down. I mean, it was almost, he had full back down. If he could do it for another second or so, he could have won the game with a knockout. But the game continues. There's a difference of 6 points. And now the German is trying to secure the win. I mean, the Russian is trying to secure the win over the German. Get up, the referee says. 8-2 is the score.
Just about a minute left in the second round. Of course, the referee tells both athletes to continue. German only needing one more point. The Russian only needing one more point to close out this game.
However, here I think. Yeah, he got it here. I think this is it. No.
However, the German.
No. The German got the 3 points.
30 seconds left in this matchup.
We'll see the replay after the end of the game. We'll see how the German got the 3 points here.
About 20 seconds left in this championship. Can the Russian hold on? Just about 15 seconds left. All he needs to do is hold on and he should secure his championship. 10 seconds left.
And the referee says to stop just 5 seconds before the end of the game, and give some instructions to the Russian. Up, and we have a minute, not even 4/10 of a second left into this game. And this is it. There was no time left for the German. So the winner is Gajiyev of Russia in the final of freestyle in 74 kilos. He has some fans here, huh? Gajiyev.
Gajiyev, Russia.
And the winner for the freestyle of wrestling category of 74
As we are watching here, the highlights of the Russian's victory, where he was awarded 3 points.
And this is the end.
Μία μικρή επίδειξη από τον υποψήφιο Ολυμπιονίκης μας, ένα χειροκρότημα στο μικρόνε.
Oh.
Ξεκινάει ο αγώνας.
And
there will be a
check this out now. Oh.
As you can see.
Of course, this is a show. It's not a real game between the coach and Dimitris Ugen, the small wrestler who has it. He has some good style. Strong kid.
He's a prodigy.
Oh.
In a couple of years, he'll most likely be in the position of these athletes.
He's laughing. He likes what he's doing. He's enjoying it. But you see some of his movements. You can see that he knows what he's doing. And everyone here just claps. And this is the winner, Dimitris Ugen, a young wrestler from Iraklis Peristeriou, a team in the one part of it's a big city of Athens, northern part, not northern part, southern part of Athens. Peristeri, one of the biggest parts of the country. It's actually the fourth biggest prefecture of Greece.
Wrestling Federation, Konstantinos Thanos, will offer a memento to Mr. Lalovic, President of the International Federation of Wrestling.
Now the president of the Greek Hellenic Federation of Wrestling is together with the international, the president of the International Federation of Wrestling, Mr. Lalo, and we'll give him a souvenir for his presence here and for what he has done for the sport.
Επίσης, θα απονέμει αναμνηστικό δώρο στους δελεγέ των αγώνων, κύριο Γκρέγκορι Μπροτζίσκι και την κυρία Έντιτ Τότσα.
So now the president of the Hellenic Federation of Wrestling will award some souvenirs to two of the delegates of the games.
Come for the next memento. Thank you.
And here you see now the souvenirs are given to the two delegates by the president of the Hellenic Federation of Wrestling, Mr. Thanos, and some pictures are being taken. And Mr. Thanos he's thanking the two delegates.
Συνεχίζουμε με την απονομή στην κατηγορία των 60 κιλών. Να προσέλθουν οι αθλητές Δίμοφ, Βόλτι, Αρζού, Ντάμιον και Πασκάκο.
We are now presenting the championship medals to the winner, runner-up, and bronze, or also known as third place, for the 60 kilogram final.
Mr. Lalovic, the president of the International Wrestling Federation, please come for the medal award ceremony. Thank you.
Artur, ale papuca. Papuca, πώς θα πας. Πώς θα ανέβεις το βάθος. Papuca, έλα ρε. Έλα.
Τρίτη, Μπάσκοφ Αλεξέη Εστονία, Αρζού Ντάμιον, Μεγάλη Βρετανία.
For the third place, for Estonia, Baskakov Alexei. For Great Britain, Arzu Demion.
Δεύτερος, Γόλτι Ντέιβιτ, Γερμανία.
For the second place, for Germany, Wally David.
Νικητής, Δίμοφ Ιβάιλο, Βουλγαρία.
And for the first place, for Bulgaria, Dimov Ivailo.
And that's the coach. Some photographs are being taken. And now the athletes that have been awarded the medals are getting down. So the tournament would continue with a game between two wrestlers, Camila Barbosa of Brazil and Alicia Lampe of the United States for the 48 kilo category in women, of course. That'll be an interesting match. You see the two wrestlers.
Να προσέλθουν στην κατηγορία 48 κιλών.
This is the lightest category, George.
Camila Barbosa.
As play begins here between the Brazilian and the American.
Alicia Lampe, Αμερική.
Female wrestling category of 48 kilos for Brazil, Camila Barbosa. For USA, Alisa Lampe.
You see here the Brazilian was pinned down by the American and now trails the American Alyssa Lamp with a score of 3-0 just 30 seconds into the first round of their final. Play resumes here. Both athletes at the center of the ring.
Alicia Lamp is very forward into her moves, and she wants to finish the game very, very early, as I see.
She was awarded 2 points now, and now leads 5-0 with 50 seconds gone.
And her opponent is in a very difficult position now. Let's see if she can twist it around. She's trying to put her the back of her head into the floor. She doesn't quite make it here. She has 5 points though, and she's leading 5-0 over her Brazilian opponent. The American seems to be in a very good position, and now the ref says 2 more points are awarded. So this is it. George is just a minute and 14 seconds into the game. Alicia Lamp grabbed the win. Easy task for the American.
Quick, easy victory for the American in, as you said, just a minute and 14 seconds, as we are watching the highlights now of how the American got the victory.
For USA, Alyssa Lamp.
Να προσθέσουν στην κατηγορία 120 κιλά ελληνορωμαϊκής Αλέξανδρος Παπαδάτος Ελλάδα, Γρηγόρης Κούτας Ελλάδα.
And now from the lightest weights of 48 kilos in women, we're going to men's 120 kilos. So this is the heaviest weight between Alexandros Papadatos of Greece and Grigoris Koutas of Greece, and this is Greco-Roman wrestling in heavyweight categories. Let's see those two athletes.
As we wait here for the referee, both athletes are going to their benches for a quick word from their coaches. As we see here, Papadatos, as the referee slowly walks back towards the ring, checks both athletes, and we should be ready to go in a matter of seconds.
Some last words from the coaches, and the referee is waiting for the two wrestlers to go into the ring and start the match. This is Papadatos with his coach, and this is the referee. They're having a small delay. The committee is talking about something. The referee is calling both wrestlers into the ring. He's waiting for the okay, and he's sending back the two athletes to their coaches. There seems to be something of a bureaucracy here. that's holding the game and not letting it start. The athletes are waiting. So is the referee in the middle of the ring, in the smallest circle of the ring. And I think now everything is okay. Is it? Not quite yet. Oh yes, yes it is. The referee is calling the two players inside the ring, and we'll have a start in just a couple of seconds. He's checking out the players, see everything, if everything is alright, if they're sweaty, everything is alright, and the referee, after the two athletes shake hands, will give the okay for the game to start.
Once again, this is a 120 kilogram championship matchup between the two Greeks, Alexandros Papadatos and Grigoris Koutas. Still scoreless with 35 seconds gone now, as we see Koutas trying to twist his opponent in the red tights, Papadatos, however, to no avail. And we are still scoreless in the first 50 seconds of this final.
You can hear the referee saying up to the players. And now Papadatos is trying to push Koutas off the ring. Koutas is down. Papadatos is in...
Papadatos was awarded a point and now leads 1-0. As the referee signals for the match to continue. Just about a minute and 10 seconds gone now, as we see here Koutas and Papadatos trying to wrestle one another down. Papadatos successfully does.
Oh, knockout. This is it.
And that is it.
Great movement by Papadatos. He brought his opponent down with both shoulders down at the floor, and he's grabbing the win in just a minute and 19 seconds of play. Two athletes are shaking their hands, and Papadatos, of course, showed that he was in a much better position.
As we see here, some great sportsmanship between the two Greek athletes, with a warm shaking of the hands and a hug, which is always a great thing to see in sports. No matter what sport it is, sportsmanship should always be a part of it.
But Papadatos showed here, George, that he was unbeatable. I mean, there was no way. From the beginning of the game, we saw that there was a difference between how the two athletes approached the game. And Papadatos seemed to be very, very confident in every second of the game. Grabbed the win just after less than a minute and a half into the game.
Thank you.
And now we're going to go back to the giving of the medals for the category of women's 55 kilos. Now we're going to have the ceremony and the medals for the winner Maria Gourova, for the second winner Helen Maroulis, and for the third and fourth winner.
As the athletes make their way to the podium, we wait for the medals to be given out.
Τρίτη, Penalber Julia, Brasilia.
Third place, Penalber Julia for Brazil.
Δεύτερη, Maroulis Helen, Αμερική.
Second place for the USA, Maroulis Helen.
Νικήτρια Γκούροβα Μαρία, Ρωσία.
And for the first place for Russia, Gurova Maria.
Για πες το και στα γαλλικά.
And after this we'll have another game now on the freestyle 66 kilogram. The finals between the Russian Soslan Ramonov and the British Phillips James Roberts.
Freestyle wrestling category of 66 kilos. For Russia, Soslan Ramonov. For Great Britain, Phillips James Roberts.
A Russian and a Brit. Again, this is freestyle 66 kilos.
As play begins here, the Russian in the red tights and the Brit in the blue. 15 seconds gone by now. Both athletes remain in the center of the ring, trying to wrestle one another down. Still no change in the score, with about 30 seconds gone by now in the first round in the 66 kilogram final.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the finals of the International Wrestling Tournament held here in ancient Olympia, Greece, brought to you by Sport Web TV and brought to all over the world through live streaming, so you can watch some of the best athletes of the sport that are competing here in Greece.
Still no change in the score. Deadlocked at 0-0 with about a minute gone by in the first round. As we see here, the Russian gaining 2 points over his British opponent, Phillips James Roberts.
Another 2 points here. That makes it 4-0 for the Russian, Soslan Ramonov. And now the ref is bringing both wrestlers up. With these 2 quick moves, the Russian grabbed 4 points, and he seems to be in better condition.
We see here another nice takedown by the Russian.
2 points now were awarded to the Brit and 3 for the Russian, so that makes it 7-2.
With about 2 minutes gone by in the first round, the referee calls for a quick stoppage in the play. The Russian Soslan Ramonov only needing 2 more points in order to secure the championship.
And I think he's trying to get at those 2 points. I mean, he's not leaving his opponent to relax, and there he goes. That's 1 point and 3 points for let's see now, 3 points, that's it. This is it. Game is over, and the Russian Soslan Ramonov is the winner of the 66 kilo category in freestyle after beating easily, I should say, his British opponent Phillips James Roberts.
Νικητής Soslan Ramonov, Ρωσία.
And the winner for Russia, Soslan Ramonov.
προσθέτω στην κατηγορία των 67 κιλών γυναικών Σάντζεβα Νταρίνα, Ρωσία, Τάνια Μεσάχ, Αμερική.
Female wrestling, category of 67 kilos. For Russia, Darima Shansieva. For USA, Tamira Mensai.
Our next matchup here is a 67 kilogram weight class final featuring the Russian Darima Sanecheva against the American athlete Tamira Mensah. As play begins here, the referee on top of the action as always. The Russian being in the red tights, as you see here, a nice takedown by the Russian in just 20 seconds, and the American Mensah in the blue. As a result of that nice early takedown, the Russian Damira Sancheva has been awarded a 3-0 lead over her American opponent in just 35 seconds in the first round. Once again, this is a 67 kilogram weight class final featuring the Russian in the red tights and the American in the blue. As play resumes here, 45 seconds have gone by. We see another great takedown by the Russian. Just a minute gone by now, and that is it.
That is it.
The Russian Darima Sancheva only needed 1 minute and 2 seconds to be exact to close out and win the championship in the 67 kilogram weight class final over her American opponent Tamira Mensah.
There was a big difference between those two athletes, as I saw in the game, George. So
And the winner for
it was an
Russia,
easy target
Darima
for
Sansieva.
the Russian Darima Sancheva, and I think she did it with not a big hassle. Now we're going to go to get the receive the medals in 60
Medal
kilos
award ceremony,
of Greco-Roman.
Greco-Roman style of wrestling,
We'll see the
category of
winner,
60 kilos.
Artur Kachaturov. The wrestler that twisted around the game in just 25 seconds of remaining.
Please the athlete, Kachaturov, Manuelidis, Kazaryan and Romanelli.
As we wait for the athletes to receive their medals, our next matchup after the medal presentation is going to be a 66 kilogram weight class final featuring the Greek Amanolis Aziodis and the American Ellis Coleman.
Για την απονομή παρακαλείται να προσέλθει ο κύριος Φελώνης Γρηγόρης, εκπρόσωπος του ΟΠΑΠ και υποστηρικτής των αγώνων.
For the medal award ceremony, please Mr. Felonis, representative of OPAP and basic sponsor of the tournament.
And now we're going to have the ceremony of the handing of the medals for 60 kilos of freestyle, with the winner being the Greek Artur Kachaturov. Second place was another Greek, Apostolos Manoulidis, and also there will be the athletes that grabbed third and fourth place. And here you see some beautiful Greek ladies handing the medals
Romanelli Diego,
to
Βραζιλία.
the representative,
Καζαριάν
who will
Νάρεκ, Αρμενία.
hand them out.
For the third place
the winners.
for Brazil,
These are the
Romanelli
winners,
Diego
third and fourth place.
and Kazaryan Narek for Armenia.
Δεύτερος, Μανουηλίδης Απόστολος, Ελλάδα.
For the second place, Manoilidis Apostolos for Greece.
Νικητής, Χατσατούροφ Αρτούρ, Ελλάδα.
And for the first place for Greece, Katsaturov Arthur for Greece.
Απονομή στην κατηγορία των 74 κιλών ελευθέρας. Να προσέλθουν οι αθλητές. Κατζίεφ, Σαβουλίδης Χρήστος, Κακίσκι Ομάν.
Please, for the medal award ceremony, the athletes Kadziev Kadji, Aydin Ergun, Savulidis Christos, and Kakichi Osman.
And there's going to be another award-winning ceremony in the 74 kilos freestyle, with the winner being Gadji Gadziev and Ergun Aydin being the
Για την
second
απονομή
winner.
παρακαλείται να προσέλθει η κυρία Αυγερινοπούλου Διονυσία Θεοδώρα, βουλευτής του νομού Ηλίας.
For the medal award ceremony, please, Mrs. Avyerinopoulou Dionysia Theodora, member of the Greek Parliament for the Prefecture of Ilia.
Κακίση Οσμάν, Γερμανία, Σαβουλίδης Χρήστος, Ελλάδα.
A German and a Greek are the third and fourth place winners.
Kakisi Osman, Savulidis Christos for Greece.
You see them now. German and Greek.
Δεύτερος, Αουντίν Έργουν, Γερμανία.
Second place for Germany, Aydin Ergun.
This is the second place winner, Ergun Aydin of Germany.
Νικητής, Καντζίεφ Καντζή, Ρωσία.
And for the first place for Russia, Kadziev Kadzi.
Okay. And I think after the ceremony we'll go on to the next game, which will be held between the Greek Manolis Azoidis and the American Ellis Coleman for the 66 kilos of Greco-Roman. I see the two athletes already right by their coaches, waiting for the end of this ceremony of handing out the medals.
Με την κατηγορία των 66 κιλών ελληνορωμαϊκής να προσέλθουν οι αθλητές Αζοίδης Μανώλης, Ελλάδα, Έλλης Κόλεμαν, Αμερική.
Greek-Roman style of wrestling, category of 66 kilos. For Greece, Manolis Azoidis. For USA, Ellis Coleman.
As play begins here, the referee quickly stopping the matchup just 6 seconds in, shouting out a couple instructions to both athletes. We see here Coleman and the Greek Manolis Azoudis going at it in the 66 kilogram weight class final. The American against the Greek. Both athletes still remain in the center of the ring. As we see here, Coleman has locked onto the arm and is trying to establish an armbar to drag his opponent Manolis Azoudis to the floor. 40 seconds gone by now. as the ref has awarded a point to Coleman, who now leads 1-0.
That's because he brought his opponent out of the ring, so that's why he received the 1 point.
Minute gone by now, as we hear both coaches shouting out instructions to their athletes. Coleman was also awarded 2 more points for that takedown, now leads 3-0 with 1 minute and 10 seconds gone by in the first round. This play resumes here.
Coleman probably gets another point here. No. Still 3-0. And Azoridis' coach is telling him, believe in it, believe into the game. Go forward. Don't be on the defensive. But now he seems to be in a difficult position, George.
As another point was awarded to Coleman, who now...
Whoa. And this is it. No? Another 3 points here. Yeah, it's 3 points. That's it. Yes, this is it. This is it.
A quick victory for the American in just 2 minutes and 1 second over the Greek Manolis Azoidis. A very impressive showing by the American Ellis Coleman. Once again winning the 66 kilogram weight class final in just 2 minutes. A good performance by the American Ellis Coleman.
Να προσέλθουν στην κατηγορία των 120 κιλών ελευθέρας Αλεξάνδρ Κουρσάεφ, Ρωσία, Τόρι Μπερχάντ, Γερμανία.
And now we're going into some heavyweights again, 120 kilos freestyle. We have a Russian, Alexander Kustraev, and the German, Tony Berthard. I saw Berthard yesterday. He was very, very quick, and he seemed to be a very good wrestler. And against him, he will have a Russian. There's a difference in height between the two athletes. And we'll see how the Russian Kustraev can overcome this difference, or it would be easier for him to look and try to take down his opponent with by his legs. Since this is a freestyle match, and now what happened? The Kustraev, all of a sudden, he got out of the ring for some reason, maybe to change shoes. There was something wrong with him. So you see the referee here waiting for him. Oh, he has to change tights, right? For some reason, he has to change tights. That's what the ref said. And this is what the Russian is doing. He's wearing his red tights, and he's coming back into the ring. He's wearing the national tights with the double-headed eagle, the emblem of the Russian Federation.
This play begins here in the 120 kilogram weight class final, featuring once again the Russian Alexander Kustraev and the German Tony Bernhardt. A couple of big guys going at it. Just 20 seconds gone by now. Still no score, with both athletes centered in the middle of the ring, trying to once again grab one another and pin one another to the mat. 40 seconds gone by now, and we see the first points of the match awarded to the Russian Alexander Khrushchev, who now leads 1-0 in the opening 50 seconds of this matchup. As play continues here. We see a quick move by Bernhardt, which was countered by the Russian, and now the Russian has gained a successful position and has been awarded 2 points. Now leads the German with a score of 2-0 with 1 minute and 15 seconds gone by in the first round, as the referee calls for a stop in the action.
Game continues. The Russian Alexander Khrushchev is leading 2-0 over his German opponent Tony Bernhardt, and we're in the middle of the first period. The two wrestlers are going against each other for the 120 kilo category in freestyle, as you see.
Just about 2 minutes gone now. The score still remains 2-0 in favor of the Russian. The German trying to get back in this game. However, the Russian Alexander Khrushchev is not allowing him at this moment. And now 2 minutes and 25 seconds have gone by in this first round, with both athletes remaining still in the middle of the ring. Just about 20 or so seconds left in this first round. The score still remaining 2-0 in favor of the Russian. 10 seconds now.
And you can hear the wind whistling a little bit. Of course, everything is being taking place outside. And this is the end of first period, which brings the Russian Alexander Khrushchev leading 2-0 over the German Tony Bernhardt. And you're watching the International Wrestling Tournament held here in ancient Olympia, with many athletes from all over the world competing here against each other in a very well organized game. The games started yesterday indoors and are continuing and finishing today outdoors. Now this is the beginning of the second round, George, and we have Khrushchev against the Bernhardt, and here they go at it. Let's see if Bernhardt can do anything. He has grabbed the Russian between his legs, and he will try to lift him up if that is possible. We're talking about a person that's 120 kilos, and he knows how to hold down when needed. The referee brings up the two wrestlers and signals them to continue the game.
Just about 30 seconds gone now. Still, the score remains at 2-0 in favor of the Russian. A couple of big athletes going at it in this low-scoring matchup. The 120 kilogram weight class final in the freestyle matchup. Minute gone by now, as the referee calls for a halt in the action. As now play resumes, Tony Bernhardt, the German, is trying to answer back and regain some composure in order to gain a lead over his Russian opponent Alexander Khrushchev. Minute and 20 seconds gone now by in the second round, in this final. Relatively low scoring game, one of the lowest scoring games that we've seen here this evening. As we see here, a quick move which is nicely countered by the Russian, which results in 2 more points to be added to his total, and now leads 4-0 over the German Tony Bernhardt. With 1 minute and 50 seconds gone by now, the referee calls again for a stop in the action as play continues now. Two minutes now gone by in the second round. Just about 55 seconds or so left in this final of the 120 kilogram weight class, featuring the Russian Alexander Khrushchev and once again the German Tony Bernhardt. As the referee signals something to both benches, with about 40 seconds or so left in this final. Tony Bernhardt trying to do a move or a maneuver in which he can gain some points. However, the big Russian is not letting him in his countering quite nicely. Now only 20 seconds left. It looks like the Russian will walk away with the victory and now has gained 1 more point and pretty much has secured the championship in the 120 kilogram weight class. Just about 10 seconds now left.
Time is on the Russian side, so I don't think something extraordinary can happen now, and this is it. So the Russian Alexander Khrushchev is the winner in the 120 kilos of freestyle wrestling over Tony Bernhardt of Germany, and this is the winner having his hand raised to the crowd.
Νικητής στην κατηγορία των 120 κιλών.
As we are watching now the highlights of how the Russian gained his victory. Our next scheduled matchup here is some female action. It is going to be the 59 kilogram weight class final, featuring the Brazilian Joyce Silva and the Russian Anna Maximova.
Συνεχίζουμε με απονομή στην κατηγορία.
We saw Silva yesterday and she looks like a very talented young athlete, and we know that Anna Maximova is also a very good athlete from Russia. But now let's go and see some medal award ceremony. The medals being handed out to the 48 kilos of women. It's Camila Barbosa being the winner, and the American Alicia Lamp being the second, and we'll have also the winners of the third and fourth place in just a second.
Για την απονομή παρακαλείται να προσέλθει ο κύριος Κουτσούκος Ιωάννης, βουλευτής του νομού Ηλίας.
Let me correct that the winner was the American Alicia Lamp, and Camila Barbosa of Brazil was the second medalist. She wins the silver medal, and we'll see all athletes in just some seconds receiving their medals. There they go. Once again, this is the 48 kilo.
Παρακαλείται για την απονομή να προσέλθει η κυρία Γεωργοπούλου Έφη, βουλευτής του νομού Ηλίας.
For the medal award ceremony, please, Mrs. Georgopoulou Efi, member of the Greek Parliament for the Prefecture of Ilia.
And the member of the Greek Parliament is here to hand out the medal. One of the 300 members of Greek Parliament that many people here in Greece wish they can do a better job.
Τρίτη θέση, Παπαδοπούλου Ελένη, Ελλάδα.
Third place for Greece, Papadopoulou Eleni.
Δεύτερη θέση, Μπάρμποσα Καμίλα, Βραζιλία.
Second place for Brazil, Barbosa Camila.
That was Camila Barbosa of Brazil.
Νικήτρια Λάμπε Αλίσσα, Αμερική.
And for the first place for USA, Lamb Alisa.
Alicia Lamp is the winner. She was very confident in her fight and did not have any problem against their Brazilian opponent. So this is the handing out ceremony for the 48 kilos. And we'll go, I think, right next to the handing out for the 120 kilos of Greco-Roman.
Παπαδάτος, Κούτας, Μπαλαμώτης.
3 Greek athletes will
Medal
be
award
awarded.
ceremony, Greek-Roman style of wrestling, category of 120 kilos. Please the athletes, Papadatos, Koutas, Balamiotis.
Papadatos is the winner, the gold medalist, Koutas, the silver medalist, and Balamiotis, the bronze medalist. They will be awarded the medals just some seconds. Well, you see in the background, Save Olympic Wrestling, the message that is the most important message of these games held here in ancient Olympia. The message to go to the Olympic Committee and secure that wrestling would be a part of the Olympic Games.
Για την απονομή παρακαλείται να προσέλθει ο κύριος Γάγκας Διονύσης, Διευθυντής της Ολυμπιακής Ακαδημίας.
For the medal award ceremony, please, Mr. Gagas Dionysios, Director of the Olympic Academy.
As we wait here for the medals to be presented, let us remind you that the next matchup scheduled is the 59 kilogram weight class final in the female division between the Brazilian Joyce Silva and the Russian Anna Maximova. As we wait for the athletes in the 120-pound weight class to be
Τρίτη θέση,
so
Παλαμώτης
they can
Κίμων,
receive their
Ελλάδα.
medals.
Third place for Greece, Balamiotis Kimon.
Δεύτερη θέση, Κούτας Γρηγόριος, Ελλάδα.
Second place for Greece, Koutas Grigorios.
Νικητής Παπαδάτος Αλέξανδρος, Ελλάδα.
And for the first place for Greece, Papadatos Alexandros.
We'll have 5 more games until the end of this tournament. First we'll have the 59 kilo category. And then we'll have 74 kilos in Greco-Roman, 84 kilos in freestyle, 72 kilos in women's action, and then the last category to be
Να προσέλθουν
part here is the 84 kilo
στην κατηγορία των 59 κιλών γυναικών Joyce Silva, Βραζιλία, Μαξίμοβα Άννα, Ρωσία.
And we'll have a Russian against the Brazilian.
Category of 59 kilos. For Brazil, Joyce Silva. For Russia, Anna Maximova.
Let's see, this looks like a very, very interesting match. George.
Indeed. We are waiting here for the referee just to make sure everything is alright. Checking both athletes. And play should begin right about now.
Both athletes are looking for some grabs. See how the Russian is trying to grab the Brazilian from her head. And now her feet. Let's see, she got a good grip here. Let's see if she can twist around. The Brazilian is holding down. Let's see now what will happen. This is a very awkward position, but Let's see what will happen now. She will try to turn it around by the legs. She's not making it, and the referee is saying to both athletes, just get up. So here the Russian had a chance to grab some points, but did not do so. The Brazilian is going to the offensive now. She's trying to get her opponent by the leg. She does so. She's twisting it. She's driving her opponent outside of the ring, and she gets 2 points. Joyce Silva, a nice talented wrestler from Brazil in the 59 kilo category.
Just about a minute gone now in the first round, as we see something, an object has been
yes,
removed.
it's something that the Brazilian athlete had in her hair, holding probably her hair down, but the referee is not stopping the game. Game continues.
A minute 30 seconds now gone by. Score still remains 2-0 in favor of the Brazilian Joyce Silva. Once again in this 59 kilogram weight class final. Just about a minute and change left in this first round. Score still remains the same, 2-0 between the Russian and the Brazilian. As we see here, the Brazilian countering the move of the Russian Anna Maximova. And
some nice defensive play here by the Brazilian. See, the coach is now telling the two athletes on how to go about it, and now the referee brings up the two players. You saw how they were tangled with each other. Two players are up, and the fight continues.
Just about 30 seconds left in this first round. The score still remains at 2-0 in the favor of the Brazilian. You see here the Russian trying to trip up the Brazilian Silva. However, the Brazilian counters her move and remains at this vertical base. Just about 5 seconds left. You see here a leg lock and an attempted takedown, however, which was countered by the Russian Anna Maximova, and that would be the end of the first round of action. Both athletes going over to their benches, where as usual they will get toweled off, as we see here, and some words of advice from their coaches as the referee waits for both athletes to finish up, and will call them over in a matter of seconds. As we see here the Russian Anna Maximova getting toweled off and getting some quick words of advice from her coach. Quick check here by the referee, and play begins. Let us remind you that the Brazilian Joyce Silva is in the red trunks, and the Russian Anna Maximova is in the blue, with the Brazilian Silva leading her Russian opponent with a score of 2-0, with about 20 seconds gone by in the second round of this action.
Oh, that was some dive, but let's see what the points are all about. 2 points for Silva, that makes it 4-0. Silva has the big hand in this fight. She's trying to twist her opponent around. Let's see if she can do it now. Oh, the referee says get up. And
55 seconds now gone by as play resumes here. We hear both coaches shouting out instructions to their athletes.
Kucha, something means in Brazil. We don't know. We have Portuguese.
No?
Yes, it's Portuguese. It's a dialect, Brazilian dialect of Portuguese. So we don't know what kucha means, but I guess it's something that the Brazilian coaches wrestler would want to hear in this moment. Silva seems to be in a better position, seems to be on top.
As the referee calls both athletes to the center. Both athletes look quite tired at the moment. However, play must continue. 1 minute and 40 seconds now gone by. The Brazilian Joyce Silva still leading her Russian opponent 4-0, as you see here. Anna Maximova trying to trip up Silva. 1 minute and 55 seconds now gone by. The score still remains the same. As you see here, the Brazilian picking the ankle of the Russian and trying to trip her up with 2 minutes and 10 seconds gone by now in the second round. The Russian is trying to counter. However,
this is it. The referee says get up to both players. So he stops. It's a good chance for the two players to grab some points. Just 40 seconds left into the game. Maximova is trying to grab Silva, but now Silva will have a chance to turn her around and get some points. You see Maximova being on a defensive lockdown, and the referee brings up the two wrestlers who have 28 seconds left. George, it seems that Joy Silva, the Brazilian, very talented young wrestler, would not have a problem until the end of the game and would grab the gold medal.
Indeed, for that last takedown, she was awarded 2 more points, and now looks to be in prime control in order to finish his matchup, as we see here.
And another point, I think this is it. Yes, this is it. Before the end of the game, before the end of the third period, the second 3-minute period, I'm sorry, Silva grabs another point and 2 points to be correct, and finishes off the game with 8-0 against the Russian opponent.
Νικήτρια Silva Joyce, Brasilia.
And here are the best moments of the game, with Silva being in action and winning over Anna Maximova. And now we have another game in 74 kilos of Greco-Roman between the American Jordan Spiller and the Greek Giorgos Prevolarakis.
For USA, Jordan Spiller. For Greece, Georgios Prevolarakis.
The daylight is passing away to the night here in ancient Olympia. It's a beautiful picture all over, and the two fighters are ready to give it all and grab the gold medal. So we have here, George, a Greek against an American.
This play begins here. The American Jordan Spiller in the red trunks and the Greek Giorgos Prevolarakis in the blue. This is a 74 kilogram weight class final. 20 seconds gone by now.
In Greco-Roman, of course. Yeah, the coach of the Greek, Giorgos Prevolarakis, said something to the referee. The referee just signaled both wrestlers to continue, and the match continues with no points scored yet in the 36 seconds of action. And the referee is just telling two wrestlers to keep away from each other for a moment, and brings the Greek down in the downwards position. So the American will have a chance now to twist him around and get some points. Let's see. That happened because the American was more on the offensive and that was like a penalty given to the Greek fighter, to the Greek wrestler, for being on a defensive mode, I should say. And get up. No points scored yet. 0-0 after a minute of play between the American Jordan Spiller and the Greek Giorgos Prevolarakis, the final of Greco-Roman 74 kilo category. Two good athletes fighting and giving it all. No points yet, but good action here. We can't make predictions on this game, George, yet.
A minute and 35 seconds now gone, as we said. No predictions yet. The score still remains at 0-0. However, now Jordan Spiller was awarded 2 points and has broken the tie. And now leads 2-0 with a minute and 50 seconds gone by in the first round. As the referee continues the match.
Whoa! They're asking for some points here. What's going on? Yes. The coach of the Greek wrestler will ask for the referee and the committee to see the video of this play and see what happened. We can see the replay in just a while and see ourselves what happened here, because we had an amazing throwdown by the Greek over his American opponent. Let's see this again. Of course, the referees will decide if the American wrestler was down on the back of his... what happened? No points. No points given. There was no points for the Greek wrestler here. So the score, George, remains 2-0 for Jordan Spiller. The American... no, 3-0. They gave another point to Spiller now, so it's 3-0. And now the Greek is down by Spiller. No points given here. 2.
2 minutes and 30 seconds gone by now. Score still remains at 3-0 in favor of the American.
A lot of contact in this first period though, and we saw a couple of dives, so that means that the match is a good match between the two wrestlers. Now the American is trying to twist around the Greek wrestler. He has him down. Let's see if he can lift him up. 1, 2, 3. No. He tells them to get up, because this is the end of first period, which brings the American wrestler being atop 5-0.
As we see here some highlights of the first round.
And some of the points captured by the American.
However, we're seeing here on the ring that it is getting toweled down, as we see here. Previously, the Greek coach signaled to the ref that there was the mat is wet and slippery. It needed to be toweled down, which it is properly doing right now. We remind you, the Greek Giorgos Prevolarakis is currently trailing the American Jordan Spiller 5-0 as action begins here in the second round in this 74 kilogram weight class final. As we hear both coaches now shouting out instructions to their athletes.
I should say that the American is more calm because he sees his athlete being in a favorable position in this game. So we mostly hear the Greek coach. The Greek coach is telling his wrestler to bring the American opponent out of the ring. But this happened vice versa, the other way around, and the American is the one who brings out the Greek wrestler. Probably grabs another point here. The Greek coach says the game is over. Why? He's telling his wrestler to stop. He's not helping him psychologically here. I think he told his wrestler to stop. I don't know why.
We see here that George previously slipped. Maybe the coach was unhappy at the condition of the grid.
Yeah, but this is for both wrestlers, not only for the Greek one. If Pervolarakis slips, same thing can happen with the American. Now Pervolarakis was down, he was trailing 6-0. I think that was another point, so that would be the end of the game. No, it's still 6-0. And now the Greek wrestler is down. That's 2 points for the American. And this is the end of this match with the American winning 8-0. 8 points for the American Jordan Speller, who is the winner in the 74 kilo category of Greco-Roman.
And the winner for the USA, Jordan Speller.
As we see here, couple of guys currently mopping the ring with some towels, trying to get the moisture free people now. We even see one athlete helping. The athlete, if I'm not mistaken, is the American Ellis Coleman, who is helping out the Greek folks, mopping the floor and making sure that it is.
Yeah, you know what happened? It's not only the sweat of the two athletes. It's also night is giving away. The day is giving away to night. So there's humidity here that's making it more moist. So that's another factor here that is making the ring more slippery.
Our next matchup scheduled is the 84 kilogram weight class final, featuring the Russian Sosan Kyotsev against the Greek Timofey Xenidis.
Xenidis is the name for the Greek wrestler. And here you see a panoramic view of the ring, and in the background where we're at in ancient Olympia, with people waiting, and there's 3 more matches, George, until the end of this tournament. A very well organized tournament, I should say, by the Hellenic Federation of Wrestling. And once again, let me remind the message that the organizers and the people that are here are trying to bring out to the world, that wrestling should and would be a sport in the Olympic Games. It's very important because actually in ancient Olympic Games, one of the 10 sports that started it all was wrestling. In different forms like you watch here, but wrestling was and should remain a part of the Olympic Games. Let's hope that the committee that would decide in September would decide correctly and keep the wrestling games inside in the Olympics. Now we're going to have the next match after the change of the people that are in the referee section and the committee that decides on the points. So we have the exchange of persons, and we will continue in just a moment. We have delegates from all over the world here that take place in this tournament, and they traveled here in Greece in order to be a part of it. And as we spoke with some of them, they were very happy with the way everything was organized, everything was perfect, as they told us, and they wished to have some of this kind of tournaments in other countries over the world as well. Actually, this is the biggest tournament before the decision of the Olympic Committee, since summer is on the way, and this is why the organizers used this tournament as a tool to bring out the message that I told you that is very important to everyone dealing with this sport. Now we have another game on the way with a Russian, Kichoev, against the British, no, against the Greek, Xenidis. He's calling the two wrestlers now into the mat. The Russian is wearing red and the Greek is wearing blue. That seems right.
As play begins here, let us remind you that this is an 84 kilogram weight class final between the Russian and the Greek.
Kichoev against Xenidis.
Still no score, with 40 seconds gone by.
Referee signals for the game to continue and calls both wrestlers to start going at each other again. Both of them are in a defensive look, but now the Russian is throwing out the Greek outside of the ring and gets 2 points, or just 1 point, as far as I saw from the ref. No, 3 points, 2 and 1. So that makes it 3. I saw the referee picking up the sign of 2, and then he probably picked up the sign of 1 point in the beginning of this play, so that makes it 3, and the Russian is up 3-0 over his Greek opponent, Xenidis.
1 minute 25 seconds gone now, as you see a nice takedown by the Russian. However, the Greek Xenidis successfully countered.
Timotheos Xenidis, that's his first name. And 2 and 1 here. No, 1 point for the Greek, and that makes it 3-1.
About 1 minute and 20 seconds left in this first round between the Russian Yotsev and the Greek Xenidis. Both athletes still in the center of the ring, as it is getting quite dark here in ancient Olympia. However, after this match, we will be featuring only 2 more matches, so I think we can get it done today. The 2 matches are a 72 kilogram weight class final in the women's division, and a Greco-Roman 84 kilogram weight class final in the Greco-Roman, of course. About 30 seconds or so left in this first round, between the Greek Xenidis and the Russian Kyotsev. Still no change in the score after the takedown by the Greek in the blue tights. About 15 seconds now left in this first round. Both athletes still in the center of the ring, trying to jostle one another to the floor. However, no points will be awarded in this closing stage of the first round. Both athletes will go to their corner now, where they will be toweled off, maybe a massage or two, and some words of advice from their coach. As we see here, the highlights of these, this takedown by the Russian. As the Russian Sosan Kyotsev makes his way to the ring, where action resumes. The second round of the 84 kilogram weight class final between the Russian and the Greek. Score still remaining 3-1. 20 seconds now gone by in this first round. Both athletes trying, as usual, to pin one another to the canvas. We see here a couple quick jabs and sharp movements by both athletes. 40 seconds now gone by in this first round. Still no change in the scoreline. The Russian still leads with a score of 3-1. Now 50 seconds gone by in this first round. About 2 minutes left in this matchup to determine the winner of the 84 kilogram weight class final here in ancient Olympia.
This is a nice night fight. There's 2 more matches after this one, and I think the organizers would let them start right away because the night here is getting darker and darker.
The Russian is awarded 1 point for that nice maneuver.
And now here we'll have another 2 points. That makes it 6-1. And
now 8-1.
8-1, so this is it.
Therefore, Kyotsev has won the 84 kilogram weight class final and will receive a gold medal. Unfortunately for Xenidis, came up a little bit short.
So in the previous play that we watched, it was a double twirl and twist. There you go. That gave 2 2-pointers to the Russian and ended up the game from 4-1, making it 8-1. So the Russian is the winner in this category and grabs the gold medal. Choev over the Greek Xenidis.
Our next matchup now is a freestyle women's matchup for the 72 kilogram weight category.
For Russia, Ksenia Kurakova. For Russia also, Natalia Vorobiava.
So we have 2 Russians now,
for the Olympics in London.
We have a gold medalist in the Olympics of London. It's the athlete in the blue trunks,
Natalia Vorobeva. A Russian matchup here.
Η Ναταλία Βοροπιάβα με το μπλε μαγιό είναι χρυσή Ολυμπιονίκης του Λονδίνου.
As we just heard on the PR announced system, the athlete in the blue tights, Natalia Vorobeva, was a gold medalist in the London Olympics. A great accomplishment here for the Russian. However, she has another task to complete against her fellow Russian, Kenisia Burukova, in this 72 kilogram weight class final. The Russian in the blue tights has been awarded 1 point, now leads her fellow Russian Burakova with a score of 1-0, just 55 seconds into their matchup. In this first round, of course, here in ancient Olympia, where the night is getting dark, but the fights continue to go on.
Look at the way she's trying to push her opponent outside of the ring. We're talking about Burokova, the gold medalist of London. And the score still remains 1-0. And this is Burokova.
One minute and 30 seconds now gone by. Another minute and a half in this matchup. In this first round of this matchup, I should say.
Burkova against Vorodova, two Russians taking on each other, 72 kilo category. And of course,
now Vorobeva has been awarded 1 more point.
Oh, check this out. That was a good one. Another 2 points.
Now she leads 4-0 over her Russian opponent, Burakova.
Over her compatriot. 4-0.
Just under a minute left here in the first round in this Russian championship.
And the ref calls both wrestlers to get up and continue in an upwards position so they can take on each other and try to grab. Burukova is trying to get a nice grip, but she can't do that yet.
This play resumes here. We see the Russian athletes in the center of the ring, once again trying to pin each other to the canvas. 20 seconds left here in the first round. Still the Russian in the blue tights, Natalia Vorobeva, who is also a gold medalist in the London Olympics, leading her fellow Russian Burakova
6-0 now.
6-0.
So she only needs 1 more point to finish it up. She can't do that in this first round. She will try to do it in the next round. After she goes to her coach and she relaxes a little bit, she gets some more details on how to play against her opponent, and she will have 3 more minutes to finish it off. The referee says that the break is over. Both players walk in the grid, and now we have the beginning of the second period between the two Russians, with Burukova being on the lead 6-0. She tried to grab her opponent's leg now and twist her around. She just slipped on her performance and she couldn't do it. And now she has her by her head. She's trying to grab another point and finish it off here. She turned her around. Her opponent seems to be tired, and then I think she gets the point and finishes off.
And that is it.
Being the gold medalist in this tournament.
Another gold medal for Natalia Vorobeva, with a comfy victory over her fellow Russian Kenisa Burakova, 7-0.
Natalia, Russia.
Now looking forward to the last matchup of the evening. 84 kilogram weight class final in the Greco-Roman style. It's only fitting that two Greeks will be going at it here in ancient Olympia. Themistoklis Haralabidis will be competing against his fellow Greek Ilias Boukis.
For Greece, Themistoklis Haralabidis. For Greece also, Ilias Boukis.
And this is the last match of the night. Of the day, I would have said, but now it's night, so it's the last match of the night, which just has started.
We see here the Greek in the blue trunks, Boukis, has pinned his opponent and has jumped out to an early lead. 2-0 now. And now has quickly wrapped up this matchup and has won the gold medal in 84 kilogram weight class in just under 35 seconds over his fellow Greek.
Boukis it is. Very quick.
Boukis.
Ilias Boukis did it in 29 seconds, winning 7-0 over his opponent Haralabidis. Triadaphilos. Yes, 7-0.
Συνεχίζουμε με απονομές.
And we will watch now the last ceremonies of giving the awards and medals in all the athletes.
Medal award ceremony.
This will happen as quick as possible because the day has given
Ramonov, Roberts, Sat,
keeping it to night, so it's night here, so they're going to do it quick. We'll let you watch it and we'll let you hear also the Greek and
παρακαλείται για την απονομή να προσέλθει ο κύριος Κατσκιαδάκης Εμμανουήλ, Γενικός Γραμματέας της Επιτροπής Ολυμπιακών Αγώνων.
Both in two languages, both Greek and English, so you can hear exactly what this is all about and how the okay.
Παρακαλείται για την απονομή να προσέλθει ο κύριος Ανδρικός.
So I will let you listen to the details of this handing out of the medal ceremony. We would like to thank you for being with us. I'm Nikos Angelidis, George Angelidis was with me too, here in ancient Olympia, where we gave you live throughout the world the International Wrestling Tournament, which was brought to you by Sport Web TV. Have a good night or a good day, wherever you are.
Τρίτη θέση, Μάμα Στέλιος Κύπρος και Σατ Όπαν Ρωσία.
Third place, Cyprus, Mama Stelios, and for Russia, Sat Opan.
Δεύτερος, Φίλιπ Ρόμπερτς, Μεγάλη Βρετανία.
Second place, Great Britain, Roberts Phillips.
Νικητής, Ραμόνοφ Σόσιαν, Ρωσία.
And for the first place, for Russia, Ramonov Soslan.
Απονομή στην κατηγορία των 67 κιλά γυναικών. Να προσέλθουν οι αθλήτριες Σανσίβα Ταρίμα, Μεσάχ Ταμίρα.
Medal award ceremony, female wrestling, category of 67 kilos. Please the athletes, Zansiva Darima, Mensai Tamira.
Παρακαλείται να προσέλθει ο υπεύθυνος των αγώνων της Διεθνούς Ομοσπονδίας Πάλης, κύριος Μπρονζίσκι Γρηγόρη.
For the medal award ceremony, please, Mr. Gregory Brzezinski, Delegé from Villa.
Δεύτερη, Μεσάχ Ταμίρα, Ηνωμένες Πολιτείες Αμερικής.
Second place, USA, Mensai Tamira.
Νικήτρια, Σάντζεβα Ντενίμα, Ρωσία.
For the first place, for Russia, Sanzieva Darima.
Απονομή στην κατηγορία των 66 κιλών ελληνορωμαϊκής. Να προσέλθουν οι αθλητές Κόλεμαν, Αζοίδης, Πύρσος και Τζέλατς, Αλβανία.
Medal award ceremony, Greek-Roman style of wrestling, category of 66 kilos. Please the athletes, Coleman, Azoidis, Pyrsos, Gelai.
Παρακαλείται για την απονομή να προσέλθει η κυρία Έντιθ Ντότσα, υπεύθυνη των αγώνων από τη Διεθνή Ομοσπονδία Πάλης.
Please, Mrs. Docha, Delegé from Fila for the medal award ceremony.
Τρίτη, Τζέλατς Τζούλιαν, Αλβανία, Πύρσος Ιωάννης, Ελλάδα.
For the third place for Albania, Gelai Julian, and for Greece, Pyrsos Ioannis.
Δεύτερη θέση, Αζοίδης Μανώλης, Ελλάδα.
Second place for Greece, Azoidis Manolis.
Νικητής, Κόλεμαν Έλλης, Ηνωμένες Πολιτείες Αμερικής.
And for the first place for USA, Coleman Ellis.
Απονομή στην κατηγορία 120 κιλά ελευθέρας. Να προσέλθουν οι αθλητές Κουζράευ, Μπένχαρτ, Κόκερ και Σβετλίσκιν.
Medal award ceremony, freestyle, category of 120 kilos. Please the athletes, Kuzraev, Bernhardt, Koker, Svetlitsky.
Παρακαλείται για την απονομή να προσέλθει ο κύριος Καζαριάν Στέφαν, instructor της Διεθνούς Ομοσπονδίας Πάλης.
Please for the medal award ceremony, Mr. Kazarian, instructor from Fila.
Τρίτη, Σβετλίσκιν Βίκτορ, Ελλάδα, Κόκερ Μάρκ, Μεγάλη Βρετανία.
Third place for Greece, Svetlitskin Victor, for Great Britain, Cocker.
Φώτα θέλω. Φώτα θέλω.
Νικητής Κουζράευ Αλεξάνδρ, Ρωσία.
Ποιο θα πάρει?
And for the first place for Russia, Kuzraev Alexandro.
Να προσέλθουν στην κατηγορία 59 κιλά γυναικών.
Άλλαξε Γιάννη.
Σίλβα Τζόις, Μαξίμοβα.
Ceremony, female wrestling, category of 59 kilos. Please the athletes, Silva and Maximova. Σταματάκου.
Παρακαλείται για την απονομή να προσέλθει ο κύριος Τραπάκουλος Δημήτρης, πρόεδρος της Τεχνικής Επιτροπής της Ομοσπονδίας Χάλης και μέλος του Διοικητικού Συμβουλίου.
For the medal award ceremony, Mr. Trabakoulos Dimitrios, member of the board for the Greek Federation of Wrestling.
Τι ώρα είναι, ποιος έχει ώρα?
Τρίτη, Σταματάκου Ευγενία, Ελλάδα.
For the third place for Greece, Stamatakou Eugenia.
Δεύτερη, Μαξίμοβα Άννα, Ρωσία.
Second place for Russia, Maximova Anna.
Νικήτρια, Σίλβα Τζόις, Βραζιλία.
And for the first place for Brazil, Silva Joyce.
Απονομή στην κατηγορία των 55 κιλών ελευθέρας να προσέλθουν οι αθλητές Σουργιούν, Ewoldt και Νόουρι.
Next medal award ceremony. Freestyle wrestling category of 55 kilos. Please the athletes. Suryun, Ewoldt, Nouri.
Παρακαλείται για την απονομή να προσέλθει ο κύριος Κολιτσόπουλος Δημήτρης, Αντιπρόεδρος της Ελληνικής Ομοσπονδίας Φιλάθλων Πάλης.
For the medal award ceremony, please Mr. Kolitsopoulos Dimitrios, Vice President of the Greek Federation of Wrestling.
Τρίτη θέση, Νόουρι Μαξ Εμιλιάνο, Αμερική.
Third place, USA, Nouri Max Emiliano.
Δεύτερη θέση, Ewoldt Christoph, Γερμανία.
Second place, for Germany, Ewoldt Christoph.
Νικήτρια Σουργιούν Ομάν, Ρωσία.
For the first place for Russia, Suryun Omar.
Κάποια στιγμή στο γενικό να έχουμε USA. Θα βγουν ένα γαρούλι. Πες στο USA κάνε και πάνω. Είναι ο coach.
Απονομή στην κατηγορία 63 κιλά γυναικών να προσέλθουν οι αθλήτριες Μπρατίκοβα, Πυρόσκοβα, Λανζίσκαγια.
Next medal award ceremony, female wrestling, category of 63 kilos. Please, the athletes. Bratsikova, Piroskva, Lazinskaya.
Παρακαλείται για την απονομή να προσέλθει ο κύριος Χατζιωαννίδης Γιώργος, Ολυμπιονίκης της Πάλης και μέλος του Διοικητικού Συμβουλίου της Ελληνικής Ομοσπονδίας Φιλάθλων Πάλης.
For the medal award ceremony, please, Mr. Hadzioannidis, member of the board for the Greek Federation of Wrestling and gold medalist.
Τρίτη, Λανζίσκαγια Βαλέρια, Ρωσία.
Third place, Russia, Lazinskaya Valeria.
Δεύτερη θέση, Πυρόσκοβα Έλενα, Αμερική.
Second place, USA, Piroskova Elena.
Νικήτρια, Μπραντίσκοβα, Ρωσία.
And first place for Russia, Bratsikova.
Απονομή στην κατηγορία 55 κιλά ελληνορωμαϊκής. Να προσθέσουν οι αθλητές Καραθανάσης, Νόουρι και Αγκαφανίδης.
Next medal award ceremony, Greek-Roman style of wrestling, category of 55 kilos. Please, the athletes. Karathanasis, Nouri, Agafanidis.
Παρακαλείται για την απονομή να προσέλθει ο κύριος Γαρδεράκης, μέλος του Διοικητικού Συμβουλίου της Ελληνικής Ομοσπονδίας Φιλάθλων Πάλης.
For the medal award ceremony, please, Mr. Garderakis, member of the board of Greek Federation of Wrestling.
Τρίτη θέση, Αγκαφανίδης Κωνσταντίνος, Ελλάδα.
Third place for Greece, Agafanidis Konstantinos.
Δεύτερη θέση, Νάουρι Μαξ, Αμερική.
Second place, USA, Nouri Max.
Νικητής, Καραθανάσης Λάζαρος, Ελλάδα.
For the first place for Greece, Karathanassis Lazaros.
Απονομή στην κατηγορία 74 κιλά Ελληνορωμαϊκής. Να προσθέσουν οι αθλητές Σπίλερ, Πρεβολαράκης, Αρτενιάν, Μανουηλίδης Πέτρος.
Next medal award ceremony, Greek-Roman style of wrestling, category of 74 kilos. Please the athletes, Spiller, Prevolarakis, Artenian, Manuilidis.
Παρακαλείται για την απονομή να προσέλθει ο κύριος Σιδηρόπουλος, ιατρός των αγώνων.
Και μετά, τα τρένεις μετά, κάθε πότε θα σταματάμε.
Εννοείται θα πας με τον πάνω γιατί καπνίζει.
Πάνε μαζί σου τα. Για να σταματάει και να σύνει. Τόσο πολύ, ρε.
Τρίτη θέση, Μανουηλίδης Πέτρος, Ελλάδα. Αρτενιάν, Άλμπερτ, Ελλάδα.
Third place for Greece, Manuilidis Petros and Artenian Albert for Greece.
Δεύτερη θέση, Πρεβολαράκης Γιώργος, Ελλάδα.
Second place for Greece, Prevolarakis Giorgos.
Νικητής, Πίλερ, Τζόρνταν, Αμερική.
First place, USA, Spiller Jordan.
Απονομή στην κατηγορία 84 κιλά Ελευθέρας. Να προσθέσουν οι αθλητές Τσόεφ, Ξενίδης, Σόφλερ, Μάρκους.
Next medal award ceremony. Freestyle of wrestling, category of 84 kilos. Please the athletes. Choev, Xenidis, Soefler, Marcus.
Όχι, αυτό είναι και τέλος. Όχι, άλλη δύο είναι.
Γλιστράνε τα πάντα,
Παρακαλείται για την απονομή να προσέλθει ο κύριος Τεράκης Γιώργος, μέλος του Διοικητικού Συμβουλίου της Ομοσπονδίας Πάλης.
Please for the medal award ceremony, Mr. Garderakis Giorgos, member of the board of the Greek Federation of Wrestling.
Ρε πως έχει γέμισει κουλούπια τώρα, θα μου σπάσει τα... Το έχω κλειστό ρε.
Τρίτη θέση, Μάρκους Αμαντέους, Γερμανία. Σόιφλερ Ρούχας, Γερμανία.
Third place for Germany, Marcus Amadeus and Soifer Lucas for Germany too.
Δεύτερη θέση, Ξενίδης Τιμοφέη, Ελλάδα.
Second place for Greece, Xenidis Timofei.
Αυτό είναι το τελικό. Νομίζω το τελευταίο.
Νικητής, Τσόεφ Σόσιαν, Ρωσία.
And for the first place for Russia, Choev Soslan.
Ποιος το έχει βάλει? Δεν έχω βάλει τις μαλακίες. Αλήθεια. Έχω βάλει εγώ τη μαλακία, αλλά μαλάκα. Πότε κήξει. Δεν τα βγάζω ποτέ. Τα βγάζω, δεν τα βάζω ποτέ ρε μαλάκα.
Για την κατηγορία 72 κιλά γυναικών να προσέλθουν οι αθλήτριες Βοροπιάβα, Μπράκοβα, Πιτσιάβα, Σίλβα.
Next medal award ceremony, female wrestling, category of 72 kilos. Please the athletes. Vorobiava, Burakova, Pichava, Silva.
Hey, John, please get the fuck out. Και κάτω μπροστά ρε μαλάκα. Δεν το πιστεύω. Hello.
Παρακαλείται για την απονομή να προσέλθει ο πρόεδρος της Ελληνικής Ομοσπονδίας Φιλάθλων Πάλης, κ. Θάνος Κωνσταντίνος.
Please for the medal award ceremony, Mr. Thanos, president of the Greek Wrestling Federation. Sorry.
Τρίτη θέση, Σίλβα Αλίνε, Βραζιλία. Πιτσιάβα Εκατερίνη, Ελλάδα.
Third place, Brazil, Silva Ali and Pichava for Greece.
Δεύτερη θέση, Μπουράκοβα, Ξένια, Ρωσία.
Second place for Russia, Burakova Xenia.
Νικήτρια, Μπορομπιάβα Ναταλία, Ρωσία.
First place for Russia, Vorobiava Natalia.
Πρέπει να το φάγανε, έτσι.
Βρήκανε λέει ένα χαρτικό γεμάτο μαγειρεμένο φαγητό και χειροβομβίδι.
Εγώ. Έχουν γαμίσει τα κουλούπια.
Απονομή στην κατηγορία των 96 κιλών ελευθέρας να προσέλθουν οι αθλητές. Μπολτουκάεβ, Ρωσία. Ράτικαν, Καουσλίδης.
Next medal award ceremony, freestyle of wrestling, category of 96 kilos. Please the athletes. Poltukaev, Ratigan, Kauslidis.
Παρακαλείται για την απονομή να προσέλθει ο κύριος Αλεξανδρίδης Χριστάκης, προπονητής της Ρώσικης ομάδας.
Please for the medal award ceremony, Mr. Alexandridis Christos, coach for the Russian team.
να πάρεις ένα τέτοια, ένα καλαματιανό να σε στρώσει.
Τρίτη θέση, Καουσλίδης Αλέξης, Κύπρος.
Third place for Cyprus, Kauslidis Alexis.
Δεύτερη θέση, Ράτικαν Λέον, Μεγάλη Βρετανία.
Second place, Great Britain, Ratigan Leon.
Μαλαγιά να μην θα πανεμισό, να έχουμε φύγει.
Νικητής, Μπολτουκάευ Αντζόρ, Ρωσία.
And for the first place for Russia, Boltukaev Anzor.
Για πριν τους 12 λεπτό. Όχι τίποτα, προλάβουμε και τα φάρμακα του και είναι λάμπη. Τι ώρα είναι, 10.
Απονομή στην κατηγορία 84 κιλά ελληνορωμαϊκής. Να προσέλθουν οι αθλητές Μπούκης, Χαραλαμπίδης, Μυρουκάη, Χαλκίδης.
Next medal award ceremony, Greek-Roman style of wrestling, category of 84 kilos. Please the athletes. Boukis, Haralabidis, Miroukai,